Welcome to the MyRay tutorial section. Let's see some suggestions to start using the intraoral scanner in the MyScan Connect software to the fullest. Let's start by creating a clinical case, such as an acquisition of a study model. The software suggests starting the acquisition from the jaw. We hold the scanner and insert it into the oral cavity. We activate the recording with the start button and carry out the acquisition of the entire occlusal area, carrying out zigzag movements, which will allow the acquisition of the occlusal part and the vestibulolingual references. This will help to have an accurate and defect-free model. Once the occlusal area has been acquired, we tilt the device and scan the entire lingual area, checking the interproximal areas. Lastly, we move on to the vestibular area with the same strategy, rotating the tip when we reach the frontal area, and if necessary, we also move to the palate. Once the acquisition is complete, we press the stop button on the device and check that the acquired area has no defects or missing parts. By pressing the mode button on the device, we move the acquisition to the jaw. Scanning the jaw requires two important precautions with respect to the jaw related to salivation and possible tongue artifacts. Let's carefully dry the skin area and make sure we have the soft tissue removal function activated at the bottom left of the screen. We repeat the acquisition with the same strategy with zigzag movements, starting from the occlusal area and completing the lingual and vestibular areas. At the end of each acquisition, it is important to verify the data. We check all areas for artifacts or missing parts. In this case, we noticed a missing area in the buccal area of the molar. It is recommended to reactivate the acquisition and fill the hole before moving on to recording the occlusion. The recording of the bite begins by bringing the device to the area between the premolars and molars. We bring the patient into closure and activate the acquisition by moving in a zigzag between the two arches. After a few moments, the bite registration will be completed and it will be possible to carry out the acquisition also on the opposite side. It is recommended not to activate the device before being in the oral cavity and before the patient is closing, otherwise it is possible to record misaligned data. Once the acquisitions have been verified, we can proceed with finalizing the model. Once finalization is complete, the software presents the digital model in occlusion. To communicate with the patient or to verify the data, we can select at the top of the interface maxilla or mandible. By selecting Finished, the software saves the data in the clinical case, which will be viewable in the Viewer section, and automatically activates synchronization in the cloud. For other tutorials or more information, we recommend you visit the official MyRay page.